They were out there. You just weren't looking.
Or maybe the straight person was better.
Possibly. I don't.
Yeah, like so. Like you don't. What you think about people like that have to gain weight and lose weight for roles, right? Like,
yeah, I feel like they should just hire somebody in that state.
But
just hire
why?
a fat person. What if they're ashamed that they're fat and you're displaying
Then
their
you're
fatness?
not going to hire that person. Like you're going to hire the person that's okay with doing
like,
what you're asking them
like
to do.
Denzel Washington has had to gain weight for roles.
Yeah, no, I mean 50 Cent did it for a movie that nobody's ever fucking seen.
So what about that?
People have seen that movie.
I saw it because I watch all movies, but like, I get what you're saying.
It wasn't a big budget movie though,
right? But he still went through a traumatic. No, I wouldn't even say traumatic.
It's tremendous.
Tremendous, yeah. Like that was not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, no, people do it like Tom Hanks did it for Philadelphia.
Like
what's his name? Brandon Fraser. When he
Brendan
did that,
Fraser?
when he did the Whale, the movie The Whale.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they always say like you think a big person would have wanted it because it was kind of insulting. You know what I mean?
I mean, if they wanted the raw, so this is putting me in the mindset of it was some banks talking about they didn't know any qualified African Americans for the certain position that we're talking about, but they never interviewed any black people for that position. So of course you're not going to find them if you're not looking for them. Like it's easy to say.
But how long is my search supposed to go? Right? I mean, if Wayman is a actor that's qualified and he been doing his shit like he's a bona fide star, right? If I say, hey Wayman, love you for this role, but you need to cut 50 pounds because we need you to look ripped.
Yeah. That's Twilight. That was
but I'm saying, like, why wouldn't we give it to him when we know he gonna do a great job instead of finding a motherfucker that we gotta know it? We don't know if they're gonna do a great job.
That's true because the acting part is a skill.
I feel that, but that's your perception of what the good job would be. Because like
I'm the person also spending the money.
That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna do what you see fit, but that doesn't mean that was a thing that you could have actually done. Like there are other options, but like I said, if you don't even look, if you just look at him and be like, oh, 50 pounds lighter, he would be great. Instead of like, maybe I need to find somebody with this demographic that would probably want to do this movie.
Or maybe
there's lots of different actors.
Or maybe we had him in mind for the role.
Like maybe they think the skill of the person. You know what I'm
saying? I understand what you're saying, but physical. I also understand the amount of actors that are out there. Actors and actresses, like there's no shortage. It's just, do I want to give you a job or not?
Do you
but it's just because there's no shortage of them doesn't mean there's not a shortage of great ones.
Yeah.
There's not a shortage of great actors out there.
You can't say that.
I can. I just said it.
That don't make it true.
I mean, you saying it's not doesn't make it true.
This is true.
But what's quantifiable though? So you saying somebody has to give them an opportunity?
Yes.
Maybe the people in power have tried giving them an opportunity and they didn't succeed.
Or maybe they haven't and they still are waiting for their opportunity.
Or maybe they came to like the auditions and it just wasn't moving. So they was like, hey, this guy be good for it.
I'm glad you guys said that because you guys look at power, right?
Yes, sir.
So 50 Cent wanted Amari Hardwick to have that role. Amari Hardwick didn't even really want the role.
I heard that.
He auditioned and didn't get the role.
Because he didn't do it. Yeah, he didn't want it.
I would agree that nobody else could have done what he did with that series.
I don't think that's true though. But like you saying, somebody who was attached to the project wanted him. That's what we said.
Yeah, no, and I get that. And I just said that he didn't even want the role. But
he
I agree.
Great in it, though.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with the sentiment, but I also agree that there are people out there that probably could have did a good job.
Yeah, but somebody attacked. Like I said, 50 said, "I want him."
Yeah, you're the guy,
right?
Yeah,
and he was like,
yeah.
But 50 said, "Yeah, that's my man."
Yeah,
like bro,
he saw something that nobody else saw.
You finna fuck up an opportunity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you don't think it was nobody like with a better, like it's probably somebody with a better skill set that he was, but no, I want Wayman 50 pounds down, cut up.
Okay, so Will Smith was supposed to play Neo in The Matrix, and Will Smith was also supposed to play Django in Django.
Mm-hmm. He didn't think the part was big enough.
The people that they got to do those roles that wanted to do them, I don't think anybody else could have did that.
But there are also other major stars too, so they kind of.
And like I said, there's not a shortage. You just didn't want to give them the opportunity.
That was my verse, so
We ain't fucking with nobody, but a nigga stay strapped though.
I hear
That's
you.
that, no trap in the bando.
But
That's more like a cemetery.
you
Yeah, iced over
talking
cream, that's
about-
Ben and Jerry's, boy. And I bet 100,000 ain't catch that shit, huh?
Oh, you gonna hear me? No, are we recording?
And self on the track, and I'ma talk
I
my
can hear
shit,
myself.
You don't like what I'm saying, come catch this fade. If you really think I'm pussy, nigga, come get laid. I'm always around, ain't a drought on the real nigga. On with the clothes when I fuck Alley Hill figure. Tell you what I think, give a fuck how you feel, nigga. Only fuck a bitch that'll pay a couple bills, nigga. Cold on the beat, by the second getting even sicker. Throw up on the track, ain't no need for an intermission. How you cook dope with no baking soda in your kitchen? I swear to every guy, man, these real niggas, really bitches. Man, fuck the bigger man, I'm trying to get the clearer picture. Fuck it till the niggas getting money if I ain't getting with you.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Unapologetically Masculine. I am your host, Young Grizzly. We got Scotty Ferrara on the other side, and we got Waymo in the back. What's happening, fellas? What's happening?
What's good with it, my man? Double time of Thomaside.
Timothy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put it tight.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a great day today, man. How y'all feeling on this mental health side of the game today?
It's hot. It's hot.
That
So
motherfucker.
that's fucking with my mental health right now, but I think I'm okay.
It's hot.
Yeah.
And a motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Ain't
We
nobody
smoking
gonna
out the
turn
side
it
of the
down.
barn.
Ain't nobody know.
Ain't nobody gonna turn it down. We've been talking about it for months now. Ain't nobody turning this shit down.
I've been sweating all fucking day.
I mean, at that point, I think we're a little slow if we haven't come up with the solution yet. We've been doing it for months, but I digress.
Yeah. So, but mental, like just the heat fucking with you mentally.
Yeah, I can't. I'm thinking straight. It's just not like it's not working right now.
So hot, slow your computer down.
Boy, overload.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Maybe it's all that Mexican food you stuffed in your tummy.
And that shit was delicious. Shout out to wherever I was at.
Hey, they ain't
over
paying
here in
us.
Douglasville.
Yeah,
I just said wherever I was at. It ain't no strict plug, but the food was delicioso.
It did look good.
Yeah.
He had a rice water.
And yeah, it got shrimp and vegetables in it. So with some queso and then the soft tortilla. Yeah, no,
It looked good.
it tastes good too, punk.
Waymo, how you feeling?
Man, fuck that shit. Ain't nobody care.
All right.
I'm so tired.
That makes me sad every
Well, go
time
to
he
sleep
says
then,
that,
bitch.
but I'm still trying to get used to it because he's not going to be different, and I want to accept him for who he is. But it hurts my feelings when he says
I appreciate your acceptance. I appreciate it.
It
problem,
does.
man.
It hurts.
that. It does.
It hurts because I care, and I want you to know that I care.
You ain't killed us in that song. Man, how you doing, bro?
I
song
did care. That
is
song was
sad,
depressing.
Well, then maybe I was fucking depressed.
No, you were.
Yeah, you don't know. I said maybe.
He
you
was
were.
on your side,
Right, and fuck me.
but
so
that song was really. It made me sad. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I called you, nigga, to see if
You
you
didn't
was
call
on.
me.
I
You
did.
little goddamn. Don't you
You
get on this
another
radio
goddamn
line.
one.
You
We
did
ain't
not
on
call
the radio.
me.
We ain't on
not.
the radio.
It's just, people listen to it through the radio, bro. You don't listen to it through the radio when you're driving?
are we talking about computer?
What, bitch?
I listened through it through my phone, and it comes through the speaker.
Of your radio.
No, of my car.
Computer.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Of my car. Yeah,
Always them light ones.
Computer.
How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great. I'm at a with this heat. I'm probably at a Scotty 5. I'm at a Scotty 5.
That
yeah,
5 is the way to go, you man.
Yeah, because it's hot as it's hot as a motherfucker.
Probably because you didn't like these young boys with these goddamn long sweater sleeves in the goddamn summer.
But the skeeters.
It's where we at, bro. I don't want to get bit up. I got.
Hey, listen, you chose your evil, so don't
I
complain
did.
about it. You know what I mean?
I can complain about my decision.
I mean,
It
I've
doesn't-
taken my
doesn't
hoodie
matter
off,
if you complain.
and I'm still complaining. It doesn't fucking matter to the outside
don't
world,
say
but
no
my
one
inside
listens.
world is happy that I'm releasing these frustrations instead of just holding on to them.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, get that shit out. Fuck you talking
Yeah.
about? I don't give a fuck who listening. It's hot.
Clearly, he getting out the way he over there sweating like a goddamn who in church.
I'm like a hoe in
Do
church
they
that
still
just
sweat?
fucked the pastor, nigga. I am sweating
I think that would keep that cool at this point.
Why would they keep that cool?
because ain't
They
no
used to.
shame no more. Nah, but in church they be letting hoes have it,
Oh yeah,
And hoes be letting the pastor have it. What are we talking
and they
about?
still
in
talk
all
about
angles,
it.
baby.
They still talk about.
I don't dwell in those areas. So I don't know. It seems a little messy.
Yeah, well,
Life is messy.
Life
Yeah,
is
especially
messy.
church life.
Damn.
I'm cool.
Ooh.
Come at them then.
Don't come at the Christians. You trying to get us canceled.
See, it wasn't even just for Christians, but
Well, don't
yeah.
come at all of them. All the religions. Swear to every government, the real niggas really bitches.
Yeah, all of them.
Bars.
Bars. That's what we spend.
I wonder who said that. Scott Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voters. Oh, that ain't the right. That ain't the right.
Nah, that was. You can love me when I'm up, but do you love me when I'm down? Love me when I'm down. Yeah,
I be
that was-
asking some legitimate questions.
You do.
He ain't better than goddamn Man in the Mirror.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was probably Wasted Love was pretty introspective and dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
all
but
all
the-
personal
The
situations.
first take of Man in the Mirror,
It
though.
was only one take, bro. There's only one take in history.
So
that's
he,
recorded.
yeah, that's right. He never recorded,
Never-
re-recorded.
hey,
I'll
Listen,
never
bro.
touch that again.
You should
Yeah,
not.
that one take was so fucking emotional, nigga. We was about crying in that bitch. It was,
Yeah. I had a lot going on, man.
She
yeah,
did
and-
it.
and-
She did it.
and you let it out.
Yeah.
did.
It
And it
is crazy thinking about how long ago that was and where I am now. Like, I've overcome a lot.
Yeah, that was over 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And you old as fuck still. That's crazy. man.
I'm making it,
He
man.
said old as fuck still. You
Yeah,
wasn't
nah.
old. Nah.
No,
His
I'm-
soul was old then, bro. He was going through a lot.
I'll take it. My goal is to get old.
Oh yeah,
Mine
definitely
too.
the goal.
I'm celebrating all these gray hairs is coming through.
Yeah.
I want all of them.
I think I've done enough not celebrating myself up to this point. Like, I should definitely take knowledge of myself that you're doing well, sir.
I agree.
Speaking of celebrating, perfect segue. I was scrolling on the internets, so all of the socials, you know,
All of them.
and I keep coming across what I perceive people to be doing is celebrating mediocrity because they won't get to what I perceive to be the absolute goal, right? Some people are going to say, well, maybe that's just my ultimate goal. But I think a lot of people lie to themselves.
Yeah, no, but you kind of have to if you don't believe in your ability to actually get to where you're speaking of being.
But you can get there, right? You just have to make.
Meh.
No, I think you
Man.
can get there. You just have to change things about yourself.
You
And
have to
people-
work to do that.
Yeah, and people don't
There you go.
want to change because
So
they
they're going to
accept their
celebrate
situation.
where they are.
And I think that's sad.
So who?
I
I
don't think it's
think-
sad.
I think it's sad because I'm not a person that accepts complacency, right? I don't like complacency. I don't like that, oh, I'm here, so I have to stay here.
You sound like the girl that don't like to see her
I sound like a
boyfriend.
girl? Why I sound like
No,
a girl?
let me
'Cause you
finish.
always sound like a
Let me
girl.
finish. Let me
y'all
finish.
niggas-
Women don't
okay.
like to see men comfortable.
Yeah,
If I see you comfortable, it's a problem.
yeah. Big facts.
I don't know if that's what I mean though.
It's
Like,
I think it's similar because they're at a point in their life where they like it, and you like, but that ain't where you was trying to get to.
no, if you're at a place that you feel is comfortable, but it's below a standard,
To whose standard though?
right? That's when, like the social standard, right? Then I think that should be a problem. You see what like
I don't like group thinking.
I'm not saying who
let-
the
let-
fuck are you to decide mediocrity, bro?
I'm me.
Yeah, no.
So that's who sets my standard. I set my own standard, and I was
Facts.
about to explain it to you.
Well, get
Facts.
explaining because it's still ass. But go ahead, I'm listening.
all right.
I met a woman, right? And I felt this woman was great, right? I met her. I was like, "Hey, you should come and work for us. You are amazing, right?" And she was like, "Okay, but do you think your job will pay me under the table?" I was like, "No, I don't think they're gonna pay you under the table. They got to put you
We're
on
an actual
They
corporation.
got to put you on payroll, right?" She was like, "Because I don't want to lose my zero rent." Right? So she set a standard that was below what I perceived. Like, I don't think you should be comfortable staying at zero rent. Like you won't accept better because you're afraid of losing what makes you comfortable. You see
on
what
the
I'm saying?
opposite end of that, because if you can preserve where you are and get extras outside of that, like the extras are extras. If I want to live my life this way, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's disgusting.
But
That's pretty judgmental.
So
I mean, it is what it is, but I think it's disgusting.
I got a question, bro. So you would rather her come work for what, maybe $10, $12 an hour, somewhere in there?
That was years ago. Yeah, so about that.
Lose her zero rent and then be struggling? Because that wasn't gonna suffice for her to survive.
How do you know that?
Because
Boy,
who the fuck can live off
$10 an
20?
hour?
Yeah.
This was years ago.
Boy,
so-
you
does-
talking about
we
the
still don't matter,
70s though,
yeah.
with $10 an hour being
No.
something
Bro,
great.
you're the one that gave me the figures yesterday of what that shit paying out to.
yeah, nigga, and I'm talking about 2024 numbers. Like this was years ago.
No, I get what you're saying. Even in 2015, we'll say, how much is like $12 an hour add up to?
I don't know.
Not
You
a lot.
did the- yeah, it's not.
That was
It's-
$18 an hour was 35,000.
So we're under $30,000. Who the fuck you think is going to live under $30,000 comfortably, having to pay rent and all this other stuff full price? If she's a single mother, let's just say.
I did it. I wasn't a single mother, but I was making about $13 an hour. Then.
Yeah, and you was with somebody. So what are we talking about?
Yeah,
Like that-
I was
that-
with somebody, but
I was waiting to hear what came after that. Like,
Yeah,
did help come with that?
I was with somebody, but yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, if she can have zero rent, bro, and still get extra perks, like how are you telling her she's just being mediocre?
Because that's mediocre to live off government.
I
That's
think it's
you.
smart.
What's smart about it?
She doesn't have to pay.
But she doesn't want to. You don't want to do better for yourself.
She
You-
doesn't. She's doing fine.
How do you know she's doing fine? She's on zero rent. That's not doing fine.
Bro,
that's
she
not
doesn't
doing
have to
fine.
pay rent.
Exactly. She ain't
She's
hurting.
fine. She doesn't ever have to worry about that.
But they're saying, yeah, you are so poor. We can't afford. You
I
can't
don't
afford
care
to
if you
pay.
think I'm poor if I
No,
don't have
No.
to
That's
pay
not
rent.
a thought. That's somebody looking at your financial status and saying, yeah, you can't afford to pay to live anywhere.
So I'll give it to you for free. I'll take it. Thank you.
That's so you're
Was
a
she-
socialist.
Was she still eating?
I don't know. I don't.
What did she look like? She was starving, nigga.
It's
what
just
is
not
that?
my
I don't know
place
what
to
that
Because I'm
tell
saying, if you got a
if you're
place to stay
doing.
and you're eating and you're doing extra stuff, like
So with zero rent, probably comes some food stamps, right?
there we go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right. So all of that has to be paid
your
for.
lights-
so
your
this
lights are
is
good.
this is his point, right? Where he talks about, oh, I don't care about money. I care about the resources, right? As long as I got access to the resources, and I keep saying somebody's paying for that.
Yeah, but it's not you. So it's like, what
But you
what is your
should
beef
want,
with
you
that?
should want to get to the point where you are self-sustaining.
Should?
That's what you don't think people should be self-sustaining?
I don't think people can be self-sustaining in this world today. Like, there's nothing that we can do on our own to sustain anything. Like, we have to rely on resources. So if I don't have to pay for that because somebody has extras and they can pay for it,
Who
why-
said they have extras?
Bruh,
Like your taxes aren't extras.
and everybody pays taxes.
Not person living with zero rent.
But that's why everybody pays taxes
So if
to
you're
cover
okay,
that part.
so you're okay with somebody staying on zero rent forever because everybody else chips in and pays for it.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
I mean,
That's-
where else would you want your money to go? It's not like they finna give you your money.
Yeah, there are actual homeless people that could probably benefit more than that.
They would be doing the same
They
thing.
can-
and she's
No.
getting zero
But
rent.
she had the ability to do something more, and she's making a conscious decision not to.
And what's wrong with that?
Right.
Because there are other people who don't have the option to do better, and they need the benefits probably more than she did.
A lot of homeless people have the ability. I spoke on this before to do so. They just choose not to. So
I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I just don't see the beef in somebody actually sustaining themselves the way that they want to. Like that's like you're saying you're doing it wrong, and I'm like, but they're sustaining themselves.
But I think it should be for a limited amount of time, right? How much help? You shouldn't need my help forever. If you need my help forever, what are you doing for yourself?
Bro, to be real, this day and age, there should be a universal basic income. Like everybody should receive a X amount of dollars per month to make sure that their bills are paid for. It doesn't matter what your occupation is. It doesn't matter what you do. The basic necessities for people should already be taken care of.
So socialism.
If you want to call it that, yes.
That's what it is.
So I have a question. Do you think everyone should strive to be CEOs? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I think
Impossible.
everybody should strive to be self-sustaining, which I know is not necessarily a possibility, right?
Okay, so
Like
at what
so
level?
so those people can benefit from the resources that others are willing to, but that shouldn't be like if this woman she's 25, right? The girl coming up at 15 that starts to have a bad go at life, right? This woman that's 25, 10 years from now, she's 35, still using these same benefits, and that's been 10 years of using these same benefits. Now that girl that's 15 is now 25, and she needs those benefits. Why is me saying, yeah, that woman that was there for 10 years didn't necessarily do anything to improve herself, so I don't think we should keep giving it to her. We should give it to this woman who really needs it. Like, we gave you an opportunity. We gave you 10 years to improve yourself, and you said, nope, I don't want to. I just want to stay here in this place forever because you're giving it to me for free. I think that's some bullshit.
You're talking about Congress right now. Congress doesn't have term limits, and these are people that are sitting in the way. These are 80, 90-year-old people who don't even understand technology that are making decisions for us because they won't move out the way.
But it's somebody that elected them to that position. They're doing a job. Those people are doing a job. I'm talking about.
Are they?
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad
yes,
you
they
brought
are.
that up.
Yes, they are.
Half
Somebody
of them niggas sleep through bills. Like, what are we talking about?
But still, somebody like I'm not saying that Congress shouldn't have terms. I didn't say that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is,
but what you're describing
but what I said is still a job.
You're talking about something that happens at the highest level of what we have in the United
And somebody
States.
chose those people to lead them. That somebody said, "Hey, this is the job we want to give you."
I didn't pick them. I didn't want them. I don't want them.
So you ain't never chose nobody in Congress? You ain't never voted?
Yes, I voted. I voted for a very long time, and that's why I just said I don't want those people.
I mean, to your your argument though, somebody chose those people to be zero rent. Like, it's a screening process they go through. So
you're so
had to choose
poor
them.
that I have to pay your. Okay, thank you.
But that doesn't mean you don't try to improve yourself. Those people in Congress that don't go away is because they got chosen once. They don't have they got chosen once. The job is, hey, you can stay here until you die. That's the job.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit. I'm not saying. How are you saying?
No, I'm saying like I'm agreeing with you in those senses. But what I'm saying is since it happens at the top level where these people get paid a ridiculous amount of money to do nothing. Like, to do nothing. I'm not going to talk shit about the person that doesn't have the money to do something.
But how do you know? Like, you're saying these people, what's their salary? What's their average salary of Congress?
Probably got
That's a job for Google.
Yeah, Google it.
Google.
Yeah.
But so in your theory, bro, and we're just keeping this workforce right now. We'll talk about other aspects in life. But in your theory right now, is there not a ceiling? Like, you're saying you shouldn't accept mediocrity, but there can't be all CEOs. There can't be all regional managers. Like, there's people that has to get stuck somewhere along that line.
Why
right?
do you have to get stuck?
Because how are you gonna get their job if they never leave? Like, it's not like CEOs are just dying. No. In the workforce, we would just say a simple structure like where you work. You know what I mean? You got CEOs, you got district managers, you got region managers, all that shit. Unless somebody moves out the way, there's a ceiling on what you're doing. So if everybody successful stays where they're at, you're stuck where you are.
Like you said, there are levels, right? People gonna get promoted, people are gonna retire, people gonna quit, people gonna get fired. That's just how businesses work, right? So, but if your goal, like me, at my current job, when I started, I was making about $8 an hour. I don't anymore. You know why I don't anymore?
Because you forced
because
your way
I
up.
didn't want to make $8 an hour.
Yeah. But you also got the opportunity to move up.
Yeah. And you're one
your work ethic goes into it, right? But without somebody giving you the opportunity to get a new job title, because that's the part that matters. You can know how to do everything. If you don't have the title, it doesn't matter. Somebody gave you the opportunity to hold the title. And the average salary is $174,000.
Okay, so that's a whole lot of money?
In today's age, yes.
To do nothing?
So But what are y'all saying nothing because you don't understand their job. I've had jobs where I made it look so easy that people said I was doing nothing.
So you think 70 and 80? You think 70 and 80-year-old people are working hard?
I don't know because I don't know what their
I'm
job is.
asking you right now.
I don't know what their job is. I don't know what their job is.
What is your expectation level on how much you think they work, even if you don't know the job?
I don't know their job.
I know, and I just asked you a hypothetical question.
I can't answer because I don't know their job.
Like whenever you get
I don't know what they're supposed to do.
All right.
You don't think just
I don't know.
He
has no
showing up to a
expectation.
building.
I didn't say I don't have an expectation.
You don't.
You telling me what I don't want.
I just asked you what your
And I said,
expectation
I don't
was, and
know.
you said you don't have one. Right.
No, that's not saying I don't have an expectation. That's saying I don't know what to expect because I don't know their role.
Just because it's hot doesn't mean you have to get heated.
No, it's definitely heated.
Yeah,
definitely heated.
But that's crazy that you feel some kind of way because those people make $174,000 on average.
No, what's
and this
crazy
person
is
makes
you're
nothing.
upset that somebody is getting their rent paid.
No,
Like,
I'm not.
that's crazy.
I'm saying those resources could be given to somebody else because
That money could be given to somebody else.
Those people have been elected to do a job,
And their money can be put other places. Regardless of who's hired or elected or whatever it is, money can always go somewhere else.
So you mad at that they make that kind of money?
I'm not mad at either one.
Yeah,
of them.
you sound like you mad that they make that money, and I'm mad at the person that makes nothing.
I'm saying your argument doesn't make sense because people that make way more money than the person you're talking about does the same thing.
No, I'm saying the person that stays here is making a choice to stay at the bottom.
Hold on, I got a question for you
Ask away.
because this is about mediocrity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they got into Congress. They're making 175. You say
174.
174. Mm-hmm. When you're in the political field, what is the highest goal to get to? Assumably, president.
I would think so.
So these motherfuckers been there for 40 something years and they never moved up.
Well,
past
Congress-
being the
Well, they were
Congress.
complacent.
Is that not mediocrity?
No, because
they
Congress-
didn't want to be president.
Because
they didn't want to
Congress-
do that.
No, you have to be chosen. You have to be chosen to run. Man, all congressmen aren't necessarily chosen because they can't do the job.
Okay, but how many?
But Donald Trump never was in Congress.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, they're in.
He's never ran for political office until he ran for president.
Exactly. So a person that's in the political field that never attempts to be a president, aren't they being mediocre?
Yeah, they should never get outshined by actor.
That's not being mediocre.
How? Because it's staying complacent in one area. I got this job. I can keep it for 40. I'm just going to stay here and take this 174 that you said isn't that good.
I didn't say that either.
That's how you look when we talk.
It's crazy how he doesn't have any definites about what he said.
But no,
because you're trying to make my definition what you want it to be.
You're trying to not make it be what it actually is.
I'm not gonna let you make it what you want it to be. I'm not gonna let you break my words down into words that you can understand for what you want it to be.
And it all reports to the same thing.
It doesn't.
He's not gonna be your emotional punching bag. Is what he's
and I'm ain't.
Look, I don't have any emotions coming towards him for that. I'm dissecting what he said to me.
What you said was they make a lot of money to do nothing, but you don't know what their job role is. You ain't told me what their role is in their job.
They pass bills.
Right. Do they do that?
Papers. They sign papers.
Do they do it?
They sign papers.
They do it.
They sign papers and push yes and no
Yeah,
buttons.
that's so hard.
So are they not doing their job?
Yeah. But could they not? Could they not do better?
Is the lady not doing her job?
At what?
At being a political figure.
Yeah, moving up in the
If
ranks.
their job is to pass bills and they're doing that, what else do you want them to do?
Become a president and pass bills.
Yes.
Isn't that not what the president do?
Right.
They
but who
shouldn't stay
said
at
you
that
have to be a
174K
congressman?
salary.
They don't start at 174. 174 is the average.
No one is.
What I'm saying is they
saying.
shouldn't stay there. They should elevate to presidency.
By
your
saying.
definition.
Yeah.
Or 174, like you said, is a pretty good living, right?
So now you
So it's living rent free.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
How's it not?
Because where do you think you live if you live paying zero rent? You think those are great neighborhoods?
Maybe not, but it's what
Maybe
you make
not,
it. Home
right?
is what you make it.
Home is.
Because you've been in the
Yes.
hood and you've been very comfortable. I know
Yes.
I've been there, and I've been very.
I wasn't comfortable.
You wasn't.
No, I wasn't comfortable.
As a child, you was not comfortable in the
So
hood.
you had
No,
no comfortability of being at home? Like every day was I feel uneasy about being here?
No,
Never lived in a
I
block?
learned to adapt to my situation, but I knew I didn't want to live there as an adult. That's why I moved my children away from Atlanta because I didn't like where Atlanta was.
Yeah, that's fine, but you were comfortable while you were there.
No.
You went outside.
I learned.
You had friends.
He's saying no, he wasn't. So
no, because I wasn't comfortable. I knew I didn't want to raise my family in the environments that I lived in.
Because you saw better, right?
Exactly.
Like when you was there, you were good.
While I was there, I knew how to move in my surroundings, but I knew I did not want those same things for my children.
Even growing up in the same area, I never had that thought process.
You never had what thought process?
That I don't want to raise my kids over here.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is us being in the same place at the same time, I never got that inkling from you.
What?
That you didn't want to be where we were.
Oh, because I was okay. Listen,
yes,
because I understood how to move in my surroundings, but I also knew that there's something better for my children, and I want to provide that for them.
That would have been amazing for you to have that forethought at that age, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's amazing. Because when I was in the fucking projects in the hood and shit, I was comfortable. I was straight. It wasn't until I got out that I was like,
yeah, but you also
didn't.
But you also didn't have a choice in where your parents lived. You didn't have a choice.
No, that's true. That's
right.
true.
I didn't have a choice where we stayed.
Yeah, but what
I had to live there.
Yeah, and like I said, I never got the feeling that you didn't want to be where we were.
Right, because I didn't have a choice.
Right, and even if you have a choice or not, you can still show signs of you're not enjoying or like the idea of where you are.
Like I said, I learned how to live in my environment.
Okay, and I'm not saying that you
did.
didn't.
You learn? Hold on, because
I'm not saying that you didn't. No. I'm just saying that growing up, I thought we were happy kids. I
had a cool childhood,
right?
But I also knew my childhood was dangerous.
You're saying,
like I said, I didn't.
You're saying you learned. That means you knew it was bad, but then you learned to adapt. I don't think you knew it was bad.
I knew it was bad. I saw my first person die at 6. I knew that wasn't right. I saw the first person I saw die. He OD'd in our house. I saw that at 6. I saw my first murder at 8. I knew that wasn't right. You see what I'm saying? So I learned to live in my surroundings. But I also knew that wasn't right.
So again, you were comfortable. You got uncomfortable. Then you learned to be comfortable again.
I learned to. If you want to use comfortable, we'll use comfortable. I learned to be comfortable in those situations. That's why I'm comfortable in those situations now, because of where I came from. I know how to maneuver in these places because it's where I grew up. But I also knew that I didn't want my children to have to go through the things that I encountered. Because I knew that I could provide better for them. So
can you blame someone who never left that environment?
You can blame them if they have an opportunity to and they say no.
Of course you get older, because like I say, as a child, you're young. If you grow up and you're like, your parents never got you out of there. Let's say that. Someone's parents never took them out of that. So they never knew what was outside of there. So they move across the fucking way in the same apartments. If they've never seen anything different, what is wrong with them being okay with where they're okay?
There's nothing wrong with being okay where you're okay, right? But I still think it's a mindset that you have to take on. If you accept poverty and you stay in poverty your whole life, that's a choice. And I don't think people should make those choices. If you have an opportunity to do better, you should do so.
And I think the disconnect for me in the situation with the lady that you're talking about is like she has secure living. So it's like, however that comes for anybody, I don't see it. If you can pay for it, cool.
Right. So, but go ahead.
I was going to say, I think her impoverished mindset has her thinking, if I lose this, then I'm going to be in a bad situation. Right. I'm not going to be able to afford paying these bills and stuff on my own. So I don't blame anybody who's unsure of something that they already have a sure thing of.
So
okay, cool. Right. But if the theory behind zero rent is we're going to pay for you to have somewhere to live so that you can start to do better for yourself, right? If you're a person squandering money because somebody's going to give you zero rent, that's a terrible mindset, right? Because if the theory behind zero rent is you don't have enough to pay, so we're going to give you somewhere to live.
And they also set a budget for that.
Listen.
Okay.
So when you have because you have to have a job to be in the program, right? So the theory should be, I'm going to stack my money so that I can do better, so that I could produce better results. Would we agree that healthier people come from better environments?
I would say yes. I have something to add to that on a personal note. I know somebody who, once they became like not poverty level money, like making $1 over what the limit is, and they couldn't get food stamps anymore, they weren't able to eat over $1. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So technically they were at the threshold where they were supposed to be able to sustain themselves. But
now I'm not saying that the system ain't flawed, right? But what I'm saying is that person that couldn't sustain because they couldn't eat because they made $1 over the threshold, right? Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, how do we know that person? Because we don't know these people. It's hypothetical, right? Mm-hmm. How do we know that they weren't squandering money that they could have put aside to sustain and they chose not to because they wanted to live a life that they couldn't afford?
Well, it was my mom, and yeah, she wasn't living above her means.
Okay, so you're talking about a personal situation,
we
right?
Didn't eat. Yeah.
Right. And so that's terrible.
Yeah. So
right.
That's why I'm like, bro, if the system is going to support you in the state that you're in and you don't have to worry about
right.
that.
So, but so from my argument, right, you're coming from a personal standpoint of, I know how that person feels, right? So, but my standpoint is, but if you can't afford to do better, you should.
Yeah, so and it's like your idea of that isn't everybody's practical situation, though.
Right.
So let's transition back toward the very first episode we ever talked about. All right, let's put this. I
don't remember.
I don't remember.
Settling.
Okay.
So
yeah, he fucked me up.
Back
toward
fuck? Let's transition out of financial. What if we're speaking relationship wise? You're saying no one should settle for mediocrity. Mm-hmm. Did we not configure that we all settle for mediocrity because we have not got the best that we wanted, and you stay in that relationship, right?
But we're hoping for better outcomes.
Hoping, yeah.
But
Hoping.
you still,
and you should be aspiring to do that.
Yeah, nah.
Like we had this conversation. Y'all fought with me about this conversation about the 5-year thing, right? Y'all both said that if I knew I could get a person for 5 years and it be good, I'll take that.
Government assistance,
right?
Yeah.
So, but there was a time limit, right? So after the 5 years was up, it's over, right? Why don't y'all feel that way about the zero rent?
Because
you got 5 years, make it better.
A lot of people are incapable of doing that.
Why are you incapable? You can't find something better in 5 years.
But you know the crazy part is
you can't say that somebody can find something in better.
And you can't say that they can't. I'm speaking from a personal standpoint.
Yeah, and I want to ask you, how long did it take you to get to where you are?
To get to where I am, from where I started to where I am, 16 years. But
do you understand how special you are just to dedicate yourself to something for that amount of time? A lot of people are not capable of that. And
they are capable. They choose not to.
And if their choice is not capable, then guess what they are?
Incapable?
There you go.
By choice.
Whatever the reason, like you want to make the reason make it make sense instead of saying it is what it is. These people are here. They're going to do what they want to do. X, Y, Z, whatever reason you want to put behind it. That's just what they're gonna do.
Okay,
but we're talking to a nigga that said he would fuck off in those 5 years as opposed to make the best out of it. So what are we doing?
That's I did say that.
Like so that you're below mediocrity. You're saying you're gonna go in fucking reverse.
Oh, yeah, no, what I said was if y'all give me something for 5 years, right? If I get a steady thing of 5 years and I know that I can't be undone, I'm gonna fuck up. That's the zero rent people. I'm gonna do what I want to do in those 5 years because I know ain't nothing gonna happen.
So then
I know ain't nothing gonna happen.
So you're celebrating me. You like fuck that shit. I ain't gonna do no better.
So I'm trying to see where's the argument.
So how
like you literally
over?
said you'll live your life that way.
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, I said I will fuck up that relationship.
That's what I said.
But it wouldn't be fucking up that relationship because y'all said it couldn't end.
Yeah, just like the lady.
The relationship can't end. So I could squander my money. I could do whatever I want to do, and I know
the same thing with the zero rent.
But
so
what
why
did
are you
I
arguing
say?
against it?
But what did I say? I said if you gave me a woman that I could do whatever I wanted to do for 5 years, I would go get another woman.
Yeah, that's fucking up.
That's
what you got. That's not making that situation better, bro.
But it's not gonna make it worse because it can't end. I said I would go look for something that I could sustain long term. That's what I said.
Would you do it outright? Go get the other woman, or would she be like a secret?
No, if she don't have to be a secret.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so it will be outright. I would definitely go get something else that I could sustain long term. That's what I said. So don't try to, you said you would fuck up. No, I said I go get another woman.
Yeah, that's fucking up the relationship that you have.
That's not going to fuck it up because she's not going to leave.
Bro, you're not making the relationship better.
You can't fuck up nothing that ends in 5 years. If it's 5 years
you can.
straight, if it's 5 years straight.
You can fuck up to 5 years for her. Even though it's not going to end, it could not be a great experience for her, which is mediocrity.
I just don't.
That's on her.
I'm not.
If she accepts my mediocrity, that's her fault.
No, that's you for not giving it to her.
No, because I said I'm gonna go find me something that I can sustain long term.
Yeah,
so
but you're not giving your best in that situation.
Yeah, because it's not going anywhere.
But I'm trying to see how you're certain you're gonna find something long term.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to go look for it, like you said.
You didn't find it before those 5 years.
Yeah.
What?
You didn't find the person long term before that situation came. So why would you just assume that
so
you
now
would get
I'm
something
going to,
while you
So
in?
now I'm going to go look for it.
Yeah, and if you get another 5 years, what you gonna do from somebody else? What you gonna do? Fuck that off to go find
Until
another
I find what I'm looking for.
So you just gonna keep? So you're gonna live a life of mediocrity?
That's not living a life of mediocrity. That's a life of trying to improve. If I'm trying to go up every time, that's me trying to go up. But what y'all saying is, I'm gonna accept me. I'm just gonna stay right here because I know I got 5 years.
We're saying we're gonna improve our 5 years. Yeah, we're gonna make the best out of
the situation. Like,
so you're gonna make the best out of zero rent.
Cheating.
Yeah,
like we didn't purposely try to fuck the relationship up. Like we're actually trying to make it work.
You can't make it work.
You're enjoying.
It has a finite time limit.
But you're enjoying
Y'all
that time.
had a finite time limit.
And you're
5
enjoying
years.
It. You're enjoying it. You're getting the best out of it.
Right, and I don't see why you think that can't be an enjoyable 5 years. Like, why do you automatically have to say, I'm finna fuck this up? It's not forever. So I'm like, bro.
Who said that I will fuck it up?
I
said. But what I said was, I'm going to go look for something.
You're gonna outright tell her, you're not enough for me. I'm about to go find something that's better. You okay with that, bitch? I don't give a fuck because I'm still gonna go get this bitch.
Who says I had to say it like that?
It don't matter how you say it. It's still gonna be the same.
Bro, the words do not matter.
Right. So what y'all are saying is y'all are okay with living in zero rent. And I'm saying, let me get off.
So you gotta yell though.
God damn, y'all niggas trying to jump me. Let me get off. Fuck. What I said was, I'm going to go search for something else. Like, I'm going to accept this 5 years. This is what we're going to do for those 5 years. But in those 5 years, I'm going to go get me another woman that I could possibly go further with. That's what I said.
That is counterproductive.
How is that counterproductive?
Because you're already adding something into the mix that's not going to help it progress anyway.
I know, but it can't progress.
What do you mean it can't?
It's a finite time.
Yeah, but still within that time.
5 years.
And what you're saying is one woman for 5 years is a terrible thing because we're not going to stay together for more than 5 years.
Forever. Right.
Yeah, it's not forever. So it's like, I don't even really know why I'm here.
So what I'm saying
I'm not trying to make the best of this. I don't even know why I'm here.
And because I don't understand staying in one place. I don't understand complacency. I don't understand the 5 year thing, finite time, that I just stay here. So I don't understand zero rent and you want to stay there forever. Right? I don't understand it. So I want to go up. So I want to take this
simultaneously living free rent.
Yeah. So if I live if I have to use the zero rent, right? I'm not saying it wasn't beneficial.
Yeah, that's
but it won't sustain. But it won't sustain me forever.
And that's you.
Right.
It'll sustain other people forever.
And that's terrible.
And why is that terrible?
Because why do you want that?
Because
why do you want if you
have something that I like?
But if you have a choice,
that was their better woman.
If you have a choice,
that was their better woman.
If you have a choice to not live in a bad situation, why would you choose it? Because it's easier.
Because it's easier.
So you don't want hard.
I don't give a fuck what difficulty level it is. I'm thinking about the general population.
I'm talking about you.
Me personally.
Do you want hard? Do you want easy? Or are you accepting of hard?
Of course I do not want hard. Like, nobody in life is looking for hard.
I'm okay with hard.
You didn't let me finish. I can handle hard. Do I want it? Fuck no.
So I'm
not waking up every day looking for the most difficult thing I can do. No, I'm not doing that.
I got a question. You $7 an hour, zero rent. All right. Move up $14 an hour, $1,200 of rent. Which one are you taking?
I'm going to start with the $7 zero rent, right?
Listen, you got a choice.
So is it either I make $7 an hour at zero rent, or I make $14 and then I got to pay $1,200, right? So I can't use the finite amount of time. So I can't say, let me work this $7 at zero rent for a minute till I can afford the $1,200
How are you ever
rent.
gonna be able to afford? Because
What
you
you
only making
mean?
$7. What you mean?
But I also don't have to pay no bills. So I should be saving my money.
Yeah, but even
How
when
long
you
you
get
think
to the
gonna last?
14, you're still not going to be able to sustain. If you save up $3,000 from your $7 hour job, it's not going to sustain you when you get to that 14.
Exactly.
Okay. But that's a start, right?
It's a start to struggle.
Sometimes you gotta struggle. Y'all niggas don't want no struggle.
No, we get that.
It's
We've all
not.
been through struggle. But like he just said, if you got a fucking choice, why?
What?
Why struggle?
Because I'm not gonna stay there. I can't.
And
My
you-
mentality doesn't say, yeah, live here forever because I know I can do better. That's what my mentality says. I know I can do better.
So do you think everybody or a lot of people
I don't care about a lot of people.
And I didn't
Everybody
say that you
should
did.
feel that way.
I'm asking you, do you think people
You just
think
said you
that way?
don't like group thought.
What I'm asking you is about your opinion on group
And I
thought.
said my mentality says I know I can do better.
And I said that's your mentality. And I said, do you think the general population thinks that way?
I think most people would like to do better.
Do you think that the general population thinks the way that you just said, that I'm not going to stay stuck? Not that they should.
No, I said I think most people would like to do better.
So do you think there should
That
be
is
no
not the
janitors?
question that I'm asking you.
What's the question you asking?
I'm asking you exactly what I'm asking you. Do you think the general public is going to say, I'm going to work myself out of this situation? Not that I think I can do better. Yet everybody thinks that. Even the worst people think they can do better.
No, they don't. You just said if you're accepting of zero rent and you find it okay to live here forever, you don't believe you can do
Thank
better.
you for not
that's real.
answering my question.
I answered your question twice. I
You
said
did
I
not.
think people want to do better. That's what I said. That
So-
answers your question.
So do
No, that does not. Because that is not the question that I'm asking. I said, are they going to actively do it? Not do they think they can do it? Yes, I think a lot of people think that, but I'm asking you a very specific, are they going to actually do it? And you keep going back to, yeah, I think people want to do it. That's not answering my question.
Well, that wasn't the initial question that you asked.
That is
now,
the
do I
question I
think
asked.
people will actively go do it? I don't know if most people will.
And that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
are
so-
the exception to the situation. I understand how you feel. I respect it. And what I'm saying is most people are not you, bro. They're just not going to do it. So to be upset about that is a little insane to me.
Why
Like,
is that insane?
Because they're not going to do it the way that you want them to do it. So why are you mad at that?
Because I feel people can do better.
Yeah, no, and I get that. And I know people.
So that makes
and
me insane because I want better for people.
When they're not going to do better for themselves, yes.
So you believe that people are fucked up and they should just be left being fucked up and that's okay.
if
think
they're
people
not
should
going to
be-
actively take responsibility for what they're going through, yes, I can't take responsibility for you.
But you're doing that.
I think if you're comfortable
How?
in life, you're okay. If you're okay with where you're at, you should be okay. I don't think everyone can strive to be a CEO. Someone has to be a janitor.
Somebody has to
Somebody
be a
has to
janitor,
be at the
right?
goddamn drive-through. Like
I'm not
Yeah, for
saying that
30
these
years.
jobs don't have to be filled. I'm not saying everybody should be an entrepreneur. I'm not saying everybody can be a millionaire. But what I'm saying is it should be a finite thing. It shouldn't have to be, you shouldn't be able to be on zero rent and then you die and your daughter stays in that apartment forever. I don't believe that. I believe that's a fucked up way of thinking.
I don't.
And that's terrible for you.
To you, it's terrible. And I don't understand how you're getting, I don't understand why you're being so judgmental. Like that's
Is
my
it
thing.
judgmental?
Yes.
But you just said
Yes.
So it's judgmental for me to say that people should want to do better, but it's not judgmental for him to say, "Well, people are fucked up and they should just be fucked up if they want to be fucked up." That's not judgmental.
That was in relating terms to how you were expressing it. I'm
But
saying
that's-
people are going to be who they are and accept them. Stop
if
trying to
people
make them be who you want them to be.
and if people accept mediocrity,
to your degree.
that's not fucked up. That's not judgmental to say that people are gonna be fucked up, and if they want to be fucked up, that's okay. Let
I
them be
can
fucked
almost
up.
guarantee that there's somebody that looks at each and every one of us like we live in mediocrity.
So I got a question because I
according to their standards,
Yeah.
Okay.
we're living in mediocrity. I don't accept that thought either. Like I think that's a fucked up thing to place on somebody else. Like let these people live.
So
people can live, but that doesn't mean I don't think you should want to do better.
I've openly
So
said
your degree of better is not their better. That's the whole thing.
If you want to stay in poverty forever, I don't think you want to do better because you want to live in poverty forever.
That's what they want to do.
Move away from poverty.
That's what they
the
want to
bottom
do.
line. Let's just say, even with me, I've openly said, bro, I do not want to be a head coach. It's not my desire. It's nothing I care about. That is the top of my field. I said I'm good with being an offensive coordinator. People have told me, you're supposed to aspire to be a head coach. Why, if I never desire their detail of their job?
Right. But what you're saying is you have what is that ceiling, right? Is it an offensive coordinator in high school? Is it an offensive coordinator in college? Or is it an offensive coordinator in the NFL?
I mean, of course it would be the NFL.
Right. So is that not the highest level that you could aspire to? No.
Head coach is.
And what you're saying you want to do, right? You want to be an offensive coordinator. Is that not the highest level of offensive coordinator you could want to be
in the NFL? Yeah.
Right. So he has an aspiration,
but there's still steps above that. There's head coach, there's
right?
even GM.
But no, you set a goal. That's different. Saying I want, like, if you said I want to be an offensive coordinator and you're a Pop Warner coach, and somebody says, "Hey, we got this OC job at the Miami Dolphins. We want to give you $300,000 a year," but you say, I can't take that job because if I take that job, I can't pay this $1,000 a month. So I want to stay here. That's a fucked up thing to do.
Okay,
but were you offering that lady $300,000?
Exactly. Was you?
No, but I was offering her a step.
No, but were you offering?
I offered her a step.
But were you offering her to cover her rent? Because I'm pretty sure what you was going to get her paid was not cover her rent that it went up to.
I don't know what her rent would have went up to.
I'm pretty sure that's why she said no.
But how do you know? She was already working a job. And then she said, I'll take another job just under the table.
Because I don't need this rent to go up because otherwise it doesn't
No, she didn't say I don't need it to. She said I don't want it to.
Yeah, why the fuck you think she would not want it? Because nigga, it's not a good thing for her.
Yeah, that was the whole gist.
Do you think it makes sense for her to be working 2 jobs and have no money?
If she was already working 2 jobs, what does it matter?
It matters if you have no money.
That's her time.
Yeah.
That's time, right? And she'll be compensated for that time.
So, and instead of working a whole day on a different job and then working a whole day on another job just to pay rent on that second one, I cannot work that second one and get my rent paid and still keep making money.
And live there forever.
But your thing is, no. Don't take the free one. You work all day, every day.
Just to pay rent alone.
Pay your rent. And that's where you are.
So how do y'all are also making assumptions in this thing.
So
you say, oh, she doing it. No.
Brother, this is
but y'all are saying she's only doing it she'll only be able to pay rent.
You're assuming that she can pay her bills and everything with the salary that you offered.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
What I said was she should want to do better.
But
it's a step.
That step wasn't in the right direction though.
Like, let's be logical, bro. Like, why else would you want to keep free rent? You know what I'm saying? She had to do the numbers in her head to some degree and be like,
or she could just be lazy and not want to do better.
Now that's an assumption. Yeah, that's an assumption by you.
And we both made assumptions. You said, well, she could have did. She could have did the numbers. I said, or she could be lazy.
You're right. But why would you go negative?
What you also are going positive.
What? Yours was positive?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, mine
it wasn't positive. No,
mine was positive though.
How was it positive? So she said, "Oh, I know if I take another job, then it's gonna make my rent go up, and I won't be able to pay it." Right?
Cool. Or I will be using all of my money to pay rent, which puts me in I'm working just to pay rent situation.
Right. So that's terrible. Right?
That's life.
No. I'm saying I'm agreeing.
And it kind of shocked me for a second. He's agreeing. Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is, one thing shouldn't be a negative place. Shouldn't be your constant.
But how do you know it was
living behind the 8 ball? Shouldn't be
negative to her
because of where the place was.
But how do you know it's negative to her? Because you generalize it as being a negative area. How do you know what her experience? Did she tell you it was bad where she is?
I know where she is.
No. Did she tell you it was bad to her where she is?
No.
So you're making that assumption.
Yep.
I am, right? Because I'm also speaking from the place of I live there.
Yeah, but you are different from her.
And it, like you said, and it wasn't negative to me. But I knew it was also the first place I seen somebody murdered at 8 years old.
Yeah, that's fine, but that's not her trauma.
And she didn't see the same thing you saw.
That's what I'm saying. That's not her
that
trauma.
doesn't make it a good place. If you know bad shit happens in your area and you stay there, but just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean you shouldn't ever want to leave. You don't think bad shit could ever happen to you.
Depending on the
just
person.
because something bad hasn't happened to you doesn't mean that it will. If you have an opportunity to get out of a place where you know bad things happen, why not try to do that?
Bad shit happens everywhere.
Yeah.
It could happen to you anyway.
It could.
Yeah.
But if it's less likely to happen in a certain place, why not do that?
But to be truthful, the longer you stay somewhere, it kind of becomes less likely because people kind of know you and they're like, oh, no, they straight.
Or you could become a victim because they know you.
Either way.
And they know you ain't
And that's a
going nowhere.
possibility.
That's a possibility
anywhere you
anywhere.
are.
So we all are making assumptions. What I'm saying is I don't agree with people being complacent if you have an opportunity to do better. Right? That's what I'm saying. And y'all are saying, it's okay if people don't want to do better. And I think that's fucked up. Because you aspire to do better and you also aspire to do
We
better.
are not
what you
these
think
people
better
that you're
is.
talking about.
Yeah,
right. Like
it's what your better is.
You're minimizing people based off your perception of what better is.
yeah.
And it's like these people are happy doing what they're doing. So why this reminds me of Shallow Hal right now. You remember the movie Shallow Hal when he hypnotized a dude and he started seeing the inner beauty instead of the outer beauty? He was fine with the woman he was talking to until his homeboy came up to him and said, "No, you shouldn't like her because why would you do that to somebody who's in bliss?"
Yeah.
Somebody is totally happy with what they're doing, not hurting nobody, having a good time, but you want to come in and tell them that's not the way
You
to
just
have
gave
fun.
them a whole backstory because you don't know if that's their reality.
You gave them a whole backstory by
Right.
your negative. So it's like, why are you so negative about that thought process of somebody doing something
Because I
or not doing
don't
something?
believe you can be in bliss impoverished
You
state.
said
You
the right
can't.
word. You don't believe, yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
Right.
Other
So,
people have that opportunity.
do you think they enjoy it? Do you think listen.
I think it's some real happy crackheads out there.
it's some real
Oh, yeah.
because
I
they
agree with that.
because they smoking crack, right?
In that same neighborhood that we talking about.
But because they smoking crack, right?
And I'm pretty sure they live
But
rent
how
free.
like
It's happy homeless people.
But have you seen the episode? Who was it? Well, I don't know what interview it was, but it was Mike Epps, right? Did you see where Mike Epps said, "I was hanging with my homeboys, right? When I was doing good for myself, right? They didn't want to fuck with me. They was only happy when I was fucked up. They was only happy when I was doing dope, and they could look down on me because I was in a better place than them. But when I was up, feeling good about myself, and I was actually being better, they looked at me and was like, "Oh, you think you better than us?" But when I was fucked up, they were okay with me. So you don't think crackheads do that same thing? You don't think crackheads don't feel good about themselves when they have an opportunity to think about what they're doing?
I don't even understand the question.
Yeah.
Of where
When
you're going with
crackheads
that.
aren't smoking crack and they have an opportunity to think, man, this is fucked up what I'm doing. I probably should do better. You don't think they do that?
Can I go back to the Mike Epps friend thing? Because I can relate more to that. So the friends that he quote unquote had, they were happy where they were because they continued to make the decision to be there. He was unhappy, so he left. Neither is wrong.
Because neither is imposing their will or thought on it. As
But
long as you're not imposing your will on the other person.
If you're looking at me because I'm doing better as I think I'm better than you because you made a decision to stay where you were, that's not my fault that you made that decision. So
correct.
you aren't necessarily happy that you made those decisions because you're looking at me like I'm doing something to you when I haven't done anything to you but be myself.
Correct. But in those
So they
moments,
are wrong.
No, they're both wrong because they're imposing their self on the other. The other one should not look down on the other one. The other one should
But he
look
didn't
up.
say I'm not doing. He said I'm only doing stuff for me. I'm
Yeah, no.
taking care of myself.
Yeah,
and
he
when
was
you
right.
see me taking care of myself, you say that I think I'm better than you.
because that's
So
their
you-
version of happy.
Because you
that
feel away.
fucked up state is their version of happy, and
Yeah.
you can't change that for them.
No,
And they shouldn't try to change it for Mike.
You
I'm
are
better.
on the side of Mike Epps of I can do better. I am also on that side. I feel like I can do better, and I also know there's going to be people that talk shit about me doing
but
better
if
because
you
they're not.
Look, if you do better, right? And as you my motherfucker, James. You too. Y'all niggas, I love y'all niggas to death, right? But if you start doing so well, right, that I'll come to you and be like, this nigga think he better than me because he doing this now. And you ain't did nothing but show up.
That's not my burden.
That's
to
not
carry.
you stunting on me.
Yeah,
that's not you me doing
right.
That's only my hateful spirit, right? So I'm wrong for that. I'm wrong in that. You just said no. He's not wrong in that.
No.
He is wrong
if
in
that's
that.
gonna make you feel better while you do it, that's not my burden to carry.
But my hateful spirit mad at you because you decided to do something better for yourself.
Do something different. Let's just say do something.
Do something different.
Even with that, have you ever seen somebody who, like, when they get upset, they like hit something and release that anger and stuff like that? The people that you're talking about, they want to hit you but can't, so they need to find a way to release that anger. But they are okay with the choice that they're making with being upset with you. And what I'm saying is, I'm okay if you're okay hating me.
I wouldn't be okay with that. In the scenario that I get
if you need to do something on your mental journey to get you where you need to be, I'm not gonna impose on that because I know I didn't put that thought in your head. So it's not my burden to carry to get it out of your head.
Right, but I'm saying it's a fucked up for me to even feel that way. You see what I'm saying? Like, for my version of you is a lesser version in my head. So if you show up better, then I'm mad at the better version of yourself. And that's a fucked up thing to be if I call myself your friend, right?
It is. It's fucked up. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like, so, and where I'm coming from in this conversation is I want everybody to do better.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
That's
right?
why we support each other, but everybody don't think like that.
No, but I say,
right.
no.
But I think everybody should.
No. Peep this.
It would be better, in my opinion, if more people thought that way. It's just the reality that I live in. I know people aren't going to do that. So I'm not going to break my brain into trying to figure out why you're not trying to do better to me.
I don't want to figure out why you don't want to do better.
I think y'all missing, bro. Like, it's fine to want somebody to do better. Like you said, you want us to do better. Let everybody have their own version of what better is.
Right.
You can't dictate what better. You can't be like, oh man, you ain't moving. If my better is sitting here doing X, Y, if my better is selling drugs, let me sell drugs. No matter how much dead end you think it is, like, damn, that shit lame. It's doing it for me. This is my life. I know the risk. I know the reward.
But if you come to me and say, man, I really hate selling drugs, right? And I offer you another way, and you still say, nah, I'm still. But I got a better way for you. You can still make the same amount of money, but you still rather sell your drugs.
I'm gonna go to relationships on this, right? Because I know we've had personal conversations where I've personally said, "Yeah, leave that bitch alone. Leave."
Yeah.
Do you leave?
I have, but I've gone back to situations where that has happened, and we've all had these conversations.
So it's like give grace to the people on the other side of that.
Right, but that doesn't mean I don't know I'm being stupid if I go back.
And what I'm saying
you
is,
see what I'm saying? Like,
give people the grace to be stupid.
You don't
like
know.
that. That's what I'm saying. You were doing it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I made a good decision in doing it.
And I understand, but you had to go through it to understand what your good and bad is in that situation. These people have to go through it to understand what their good and bad is in the situation. You can't dictate that.
If you have an opportunity to do better,
I hear you. Everybody's not going to take that choice.
Everybody won't.
But what is better? That's what I'm saying. You could leave, but who's to say that's fucking better? In the relationship term,
right.
He's saying...
In any terms, right?
I mean, because we've been on financial. He went to the relationship. Why? He said, yeah, just leave him. Because he's like, oh, that's better. In you, it may not be better. Because what's out there is more of a struggle. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna take his advice. It's just not what he think it is.
Because when I hear, man, that bitch getting on my nerve, bruh, she can't get on your nerves if you ain't there.
And he think that's better, but in us, it's like, okay, maybe I just need to tell her about X, Y, and Z, and then she won't do that. So that's my better. Either way, he's good with it. But he just, you see what I'm saying? It's different terms of what you think better.
But like he said, right? I'm choosing to be complacent because what he's telling me could be wrong. But it could be better for me.
Yeah.
And I'm choosing to be complacent. And I'm saying here, being complacent is not the right decision to make.
Yeah, and I'm saying
choosing
is
to do it. I'm knowing that that is not a good decision.
Yeah, but don't judge people based off what.
How did I throw you for a loop?
Because you just changed your argument.
No, it's the same argument. He's just agreeing that he does
on.
it. Right. Like, he's agreeing that he does it, but he doesn't want to take ownership of it.
No,
it's just like, I can do this, but you can't. Go do better.
I'm saying everybody makes bad decisions. I'm saying I'm not exempt from making bad decisions. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so stop throwing rocks at the glass house. Why? Man. What do you mean? Why?
Why would I stop throwing rocks at the glass house if I know I can make my house out of wood?
You didn't make a house out of wood, though. You're still glass because you're doing the exact thing that you're telling other people not to do.
Because we're talking about, but we are also talking about different levels of different things.
No,
right?
and I understand. Like the relatability is there, though. The relatability is there.
If you want to put it there, if you're trying to put it in, if you're trying to make that the same framework.
You don't have to be judgmental don't have to be judgmental in any situation. In either of those two, you don't have to be judgmental. But you're saying, no, do better. Even though I'm not doing better, you do better. And it's like, bro, you're pointing 4 fingers back at yourself while you're doing that. Like,
so me wanting people to do better, even though sometimes I make bad decisions, but me wanting better for you, even let's take it this, right? Even if me and you, right, we both got women, right? You tell me, bruh, you should leave that bitch alone, right? And I'll be like,
I like her.
I want to be there though, right? You can see something that I can't, right? So, but me saying, yeah, look at me, I don't want to leave this state. You should be able to look at me and say, yeah, he's not making a good decision. I want to make better decisions than that. That's what I'm saying.
Look, in my opinion, it's not a good decision. But
right.
to you, if you think you're making the right decision,
so you should want to make more sound decisions than I'm making because you can see the bad decisions I'm making. That's all I'm saying.
But your situation not the same.
Right.
What?
What do you mean? What? It's not the same relationship, regardless of how
it's
you look
not,
at it.
But
just because you're in a relationship doesn't
mean that you still can't see a person make bad decisions and you want to make more sound ones. I'm only saying learn from somebody else's mistakes. You don't think that's a good thing to do?
But it's not. You're not the same person, not the same situation. So no.
Ideal is like my version of learning something is just understanding it could have been worse. I don't think you actually have to go through the situation. Just as you understand, like, damn, if I was in that and on that side, that'd have been pretty fucked up. Like, I agree with that. But I don't agree with how, like I said, you're in the situation doing it, saying learn from me when you're not even learning from you.
Yeah, because me personally, I am attached to my situation.
And
right?
these people are attached to their situation.
Right. And what I'm saying is if someone comes to me with an opportunity, I should maybe extend some, like maybe I should listen to that offer. Right. And then if I decide that offer isn't for me, I say, well, you think if I leave her, you got another bitch I can fuck with too? And he was like, yeah, I got, well, no, I don't want to look like, no, what are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you have an opportunity.
Just where they want to be.
Yeah, and fucking with another bitch ain't going to make it better because the other bitch could definitely be worse. So.
But at the end of the day, that's just where they want to be. Even if you offer the alternative of a good woman. Right.
Supposedly.
Like, yeah, like she's actually a decent person. Like, they'll still be like, nah, I'm cool where I'm at. And it's like, I can't be mad at you making a bad choice.
I didn't say I was mad at these people for making bad decisions. I said that I just think they should make better ones.
But is it bad, though?
You're labeling them as fucked up.
You labeled them as fucked up.
I said that was in reference to how we contextualize and keep things in context where we can continue having the same conversation. It seems like those are the words that you respond to. Okay,
so if you different situations call for different things, right? Yes. Relationships ain't financial, right? Ain't living arrangements, right? Mm-hmm. So they ain't necessarily the same situation, right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
So if you living on somebody's couch and I say I got an apartment for you, and you say, nah, I don't really want that. I'd rather stay on this sofa. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, why would you rather stay on the sofa when I got an apartment for you?
Because he can't afford the apartment in long term.
Yeah, that.
But how do you know that?
Because I know what my finances are producing.
But he didn't say I can't stay there because I don't have the finances. He said I don't want to stay there because I don't want to stay there.
I didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
Right. So he gave you a scenario.
Yeah, but you also gave me a scenario.
No, and you didn't respond to what I said. He responded for you.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you're responding to... He didn't even say that I don't want to move there. He said I didn't want to move there because I wouldn't be able to afford it, which would be a great reason.
But you didn't say that. He didn't give you an opportunity to say anything.
Yeah, and then you still answered for me.
Who answered for you? I said he didn't say that. That's what I said. He answered for you. I didn't.
All right.
I said, if you can sleep on the sofa, I got an apartment for you right
here.
here.
You said I didn't go because I just didn't want to. I never said that. That was a conversation that you two were having.
True.
So you made up the scenario in your head.
True. So what would you do?
If I could afford it, I would go. If I can't, I won't. And it would just be that simple.
Okay, but if you could go, would you?
If I could afford it, I would go.
So you
if I couldn't, I wouldn't.
So, but if the person is kicking you off their sofa and say you need to go find you somewhere to stay, would you? How would you do it? How would you go about it then?
I have no choice.
Yeah.
Right. So if I say we make this thing finite,
I'm not understanding your thought process into bringing the story into
basically
play.
I'm saying I don't understand people not wanting to do better by what my standard is. Y'all just saying, nah, let people be them and let them be fucked up and let them live in fucked up situations forever.
And nobody's saying how they're living is fucked up, but
except for you.
We're saying they're happy doing what they're doing. And you're like, no, they fucked up. And it's like, why are you making that judgment on them?
It's only mediocrity.
I'm not saying they are fucked up. I'm saying their situations are fucked up. They could be perfectly fine people.
It's only
and they
mediocrity.
can be perfectly fine with their situation too.
That doesn't mean they're fine. Their situation. It's people that's happy in prison. That don't mean the situation ain't fucked up.
They're happy where they are, so it's not fucked up for them.
It's
like what is not clicking for you? Like if they're happy, how you gonna tell them you're not happy?
Exactly. It's only mediocrity if you want more and you don't go get it. If I'm good where I'm at, then I'm straight. Okay. But if I desire more and I don't do it, now we're talking mediocrity.
Okay. Okay.
This one was a one.
Yeah, because I'm not in agreement at all.
No, I get it, and I like you have this thing with having the money to pay for things to make sure that things are a certain way, opposed to just enjoying whatever's going. Like, no, you like to be in control. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's not, but you die on that hill. Like, if you don't have enough, go get enough because you the one that's supposed. And it's like, bro, there's other ways to do that.
So I got a question. If you know, like, no matter how hard you train, no matter how hard you work, the best you could ever get is bronze. Should you not run?
I don't recall.
What? What?
Oh, you gonna be a bitch now?
What?
I don't.
I love it. I love it. I just don't know where it came from.
Oh man, this nigga's a nigga.
Lil Woody.
Oh. So you shouldn't run.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
You should just get out the race. I got you.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I feel you.
Anyways, I value $1. You know, I value, loyalty. I value respect, character. I got us my verse, so we ain't fucking with no.
You see me and HD fuck nigga get the bitch clear or go hard on the bitch, no power steering, bitch big and a nigga get hard of hearing. I ain't fond of sharing, I ain't breaking bread with no hoe. Nigga, fuck you take me for. Nigga, all about my dough. Nigga, pimpin' ain't no joke. Nigga, slime pipe in her throat. Nigga, all about the bread, paper, move the legs, got no talk for no broke. Nigga, real shit I keep like a soccer team. I get in the whole ear game real mean. Good girl, yeah, that's how the whole scene. But she a money make a bitch a wrong steam. My nigga Tommy Rich taught me that. If you get the bitch line, she'll walk the track. Be a dog on the hoe when I'm talking back. And if the bitch caught good, she'll walk the trap. Yeah, nigga, I was born to Mac. 73 shit, bring Goldie back. Boy, around a nigga like a cul-de-sac. And it's money, money, money. I'm just stating the fact.